Hello GM Gamers, welcome back to episode 7 of our Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 20 Let's Play series with the Utah Jazz. And we are well in the deep thick of the playoffs here. Last episode, for those of you who didn't watch it, go back and watch it, that's all I can say, because we had a crazy run. We were up against the number 1 ranked Golden State Warriors, and we pulled off a 4-2 upset in probably one of the craziest game 6s, and probably one of the craziest games, I think game 3 possibly, that I have seen in this game at all. So go back and watch that, because it was just really fun to watch and just nerve-wracking at the same time. But we managed to get through that. We are in our first season in the Western Conference Finals. We are up against the Houston Rockets, who are the third ranked seed coming into this playoffs in the Western Conference. And well, it's going to be a tall order again, I think, folks. We are definitely the underdogs. There's no doubt about that. This Houston team is very interesting. It's basically has some real star forward position players in Hakeem and Ralph Sampson. I mean, Hakeem is I think one of the league leaders, possibly MVP this year with 32, 9, 4, 2. I mean, just ungodly like stats basically. And then supported by Ralph Sampson, who's not doing as much, but he still is a pretty elite player. He's got some good scoring positions from World B3 and All Star. He's basically a scoring shooting guard, doesn't really do much else. And then John Lucas in at point guard. He's a pretty solid point guard, to be honest with you. He's older, but he's still pretty good. So we're going to be up against it here. I think similar. It's going to be very similar, I think, to the Phoenix Suns first round matchup, where we were up against two very good sort of forward frontline players and seeing whether we can negate them. So in terms of our approach, I'm proposing that we don't change too much, really. So in terms of the depth chart, the positive thing is that everyone's healthy again. So that's great. We won't have to play Boston and Hayes and Mannion and Roberts hopefully too much if we can stay healthy. It means John Stockton can come back in at point guard, which is great. In terms of the strategy itself, we're going to obviously go straight man-to-man. We're going to be post-focused. I'm going to basically leave this as is, I think. Malone and Eaton just pick up post players for this first game. I'm not going to specify who they pick up. I want to see how the first game plays out, really. In my head, I'm thinking that Eaton could probably mark Hakeem and Sampson the other one. But I'm conscious that probably last series, Malone got into a lot of foul trouble doing that type of detailed strategy. So I'm going to leave it as is for now. We're going to see how we go on. Let's get straight into it, I guess. So in terms of the other Eastern Conference Finals, it's the Larry Bird Celtics up against the 76ers and Charles Barkley. So a fascinating matchup on the other side of the conference as well. So into game 1, let's see how we get on. So immediately we lose the first game away on the road by 12 to the Rockets. Hakeem had 29 points. Yeah, okay. We just got to stop him, I think. If we can stop him, we very much have a chance in this. I think it might be a case of we tell Eaton to mark Hakeem, I think. Perhaps we'll go and adjust that now. If we can stop Hakeem and force them to do something else, at least it mixes up the actual the series in some way. We are going straight man to man at the moment. So maybe we go a bit more passive. I'm thinking we might change it, actually. I'm just reading this. So obviously passive will protect the paint more by sagging off their matchups, helps reduce drives and post entry, but encourages and allows more outside shots. And I don't think they're a particularly good outside shooting team. Let's have a look. Where's the insights? Okay, so they're 7th in 3-point shooting, but obviously they don't. That's not too great a percentage. I think we risk it. I think we'll risk it for game 2. We'll do it early on. We'll see if we can by playing passive, whether that stops Hakeem shooting as much, and at least forces someone else to do the shooting. Let's have a look. Okay, cool. So we managed to hold him 75 points. That's much better. Yeah, Hakeem fouled out, surprisingly, in 19 minutes, which was probably the main deciding factor here. Karl Malone, finally, you're putting up a good playoff performance. 25 points as well. Okay, good. So we've managed to steal one of the home court games again, which is so crucial in any series, really. Let's check our injuries quickly. No injuries, good. So we're going to go into the home game. Can we hold home court? That's the question. Can we do it? Yes, good. So we held up by 5 points in the first game. Again, Hakeem taking a lot less shots. We're sort of forcing World B3 to kind of put up the numbers. Stockton with a crazy game. Dantely with a good game as well. Good. Okay, so we're 2-1 up. 2-1 up. Can we hold home court? Yes, we can. I believe that was. Let's check. Yes, good. So we're up by 15. We held by 15 points in this game. Forced them into a lot less different types of shots. Hakeem fouled out again, so we are really shutting him down. Eaton's doing a fantastic job on him. So that puts us up, I believe, 3-1 in the series. So you know what happens now, guys. We go and we actually watch the game. So we're going to check our injuries first. That's obviously the immediate thing. No injuries. We're obviously not going to change anything because it's working. Hopefully we can win on the road against the Rockets and get into our first season, the championship finals. That'd be crazy. So let's go straight in and let's watch the game. So here we are. Lucas, World B3, McRae, Sampson, Hakeem up against our usual starting five. Let's go straight into it. Let's speed through the first half as we usually do. See if we can win it on the road. Houston are obviously going to come out with a point to prove here. They have done quite early on. Main thing is if we keep shutting Hakeem down like we have, they've got to try and find 32 points per game from someone else. But it looks like they're already taking quite a sizable lead off us here. Up by 10 now, yeah. Okay. Up by 8. We're coming back a little bit now in the end of the first quarter. Obviously started very cold. We're 6 of 21 from field goal. Yeah, we're going to end the first quarter down by 7. Not particularly the best start on the road. Looks like the Rockets are coming out and obviously trying to make a point that they're still going to be around for this series, even though we've taken a bit of a lead. Looks like we've hit all kinds of foul trouble as well because Scurry's in as well. And looks like Eaton's out, so that's helping Hakeem sort of get his points, which is not what we want really. Down by 7 or 8. Yep, okay. This has not been the best first half from us. Still got to hang in there. We can still hang in there. We can still do it. So we are now down by just 1. Heading into the half, we're starting to eke out. We're only down by 2 at the half. Much better performance towards the second quarter there to bring us back into this. Just that first horrible start was just terrible. We're holding them to a good number of shots, only 40%. Likewise, we're not doing particularly great actually. Hakeem is still getting his numbers though. We need to slow him down. Let's see how the third quarter goes. We might slow it up for the fourth quarter a little bit. And we've taken our first lead, and that's positive to see. We're neck and neck now. We've got to just shut that front court down, guys. Ricky Green with another terrible shooting performance. He's 5 of 11 now, to be fair. Dantely we need you to have more shots, my friend. Down by 3 at the minute, down by 5 now. Looks like this is going to go down to the wire again. We don't do it easy. Definitely don't do it easy. As we come towards the end of the third quarter, only a couple of points in it. Trading buckets at the minute. Into the fourth quarter now. We're going to slow it down a bit, I think. Perhaps not that slow at this point. So 4-point game, 10 minutes to go. See if we can pull this one out of the bag and win on the road and get ourselves into our first ever championship finals in the first season. My guess is that Stockton's either been injured or hit foul trouble because he's not been back in for a while. So we've taken a 1-point lead, which now immediately goes away. As soon as I say it, I jinx myself. 3 points game now with just under 8 minutes to go. Looks like McRae's having quite a good shooting night for them, 6 of 12. 1-point game. Looks like Dantely's picked up his shooting numbers. That's better. That's more what we need from him. We need him to take the load on, to just get us the points when it counts. Houston still sort of keeping that lead over. Stretching it out now to 4 points. And now to 7 points with 4 minutes to go. 5 points. Looks like this one's going to be a little bit harder for us to come back from now at this point. They've now stretched it out to 9 points. 8 points now with 3 minutes to go. 10 points. I don't think we're going to come away with a win in this one. We're going to need a bit of a miracle. We need a stop here. Yeah, I think this one's over now, guys. 11 points. It was quite an early. Got blown out in the fourth quarter, basically. Now Stockton's back in. I'm guessing he had foul trouble. Yeah, I think this one's over. We couldn't get it done on the road. We're going to have to try and do it at home. All important game 6 coming up next. Yeah, just couldn't get it over and done with. We're not going to go out without a fight. You probably don't expect that. We'll speed it up a little bit now. Yeah, blown out a little bit in towards the end there. Ralph Sampson with a really good performance, which kind of saved them. They hit 41 points in that fourth quarter. Just couldn't get it over and done with. So we're going to head to a crucial game 6 now. Check our injuries, obviously, before we do that. Karl Malone's probable for 3 days. I think we're going to risk it and probably just have to play him through it. So we head into a game 6. Looks like the 76ers already got through to the finals. So they're already resting and waiting for whoever comes out of our series. So we go in to play the crucial game 6 against the Rockets. No lineup changes for either team. So all of this basically... Oh, we've got sounds on. Did not realise we'd have sounds. Let's go into it. Straight in. We're at home now. Hopefully our home court will just give us the edge we need to get this one over and done with. Get us there. Or otherwise we're going to be going on the road for game 7. And we're going to probably be down from a bit of a lead. The Rockets have come out here with a statement again. We've started really poorly. Yeah, the Rockets have just come out and blown us away here this first quarter. Just that first quarter start has really not helped us. Look at that. We're down by 14. We're not hitting anything, guys. What's happened? Have we just hit foul troubles or something? Because Stockton's not even in. Not sure what's going on here, but we're having all kinds of rotation challenges. I'm guessing foul problems. As we're very much down at this point. We need a bit of a miracle this second half, it looks like. I'm not sure what's going on. All kinds of bench players being thrown in. Come on, we need to at least bring it back. Stockton's back in now. I'm guessing foul issues have hit him. Down by 7. Ooh, this is not looking promising. Down by 6 now. Down by 10, 12. Wow. They're just completely blowing us out at this point. Well, this is what you need to do to win a championship. You've got to win games like this. Let's have a look at the halftime report, because that was a very strange lineup. Stockton only played 5 minutes, so he hit foul trouble. That's why. Green hit foul trouble. Basically, our entire starting lineup hit foul trouble. Malone didn't play any minutes. He must just be significantly injured. Looks like this one's going to be going to a game 7 then, I'm guessing. At this point, we need someone to get really hot and just take over, and we need a stop. Our field goal percentage has been atrocious. Yeah, it looks like we're getting completely blown out here. I mean, we are holding them. I mean, Hakeem's gone nuts on us. He's 12 of 16. Mainly because he's having to be guarded against by Wilkins, so... Looks like we're going to game 7 here. Down by 15 or so into the 4th quarter. Got all kinds of players coming in at this point. It looks like all kinds of foul issues. Don't think we're going to scrape this one out. Down by 10 or so, yeah. Looks like they're keeping us quite far away in terms of the lead. Looks like Dantely's been out as well. Okay, looks like the rotation's come back in now. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that changed very dramatically then as soon as our rotation came back in. So we've got 4 minutes to go. We're down by 2. Now this looks a little bit more interesting. Blimey, that was a bit of a comeback. We tied up the game. We tied up the game with 4 minutes to go. Oh my goodness. Now this has got interesting. 4 minutes to go. Looks like, I'm guessing Hakeem must be out resting. And they hit a couple of free throws. We hit a couple of free throws back as well. Looks like Hanson's knackered, but he's going to have to play through. Hakeem is still out. They haven't brought him back in for the final few minutes yet. We win 2 rebounds on the trot though, and we steal the ball back. Eaton with it, he hits the shot. We're up by 2 with 3 minutes to go. This game has just changed dramatically, my goodness. Now it's become close all of a sudden. So now we're a tied game, 2 minutes to go. Hakeem must have fouled out, I'm guessing, because he's not back in. They hit the rebound, they're coming back down the court. We're going to slow this right up, I think, guys. Wow, this has changed dramatically. McRae on the ball, he hits the shot. Can't get it to fall. We grab the rebound. Dantely's come back down a bit, over to Stockton. Come on, Stockton, you've had a terrible game. Grab the rebound, Bailey. Bailey puts it back, we're up by 2 with less than 2 minutes to go. Hakeem must have fouled out because he's not in. He's not come back in. Okay, so they've taken a timeout, I'm guessing, or was it a foul? Okay, we fouled them. They hit 1 of 2. We're going to slow this down a little bit more. Green brings the ball up. We've got our full team back in, apart from power forward. I think Bailey or Malone must be out. Dishes it into Stockton. Stockton. Can he make it happen? It's off the mark. Comes back. Grabs the rebound. Hits the shot. He misses again. Ball's gone dead. Substitutions. No, so Hakeem must be out. We're up by 1. We've stolen the ball. Gone back in, Stockton. Stockton stands at home. 3-point game. We're out by 3. This game has changed dramatically from the start. We've got a minute to go. We need if we can get a stop here, get another set of another couple of points, we might be home and dry. Okay. It's into world B3. A scoring shooting guard. Can he make it work? No, he's dished it off to Sampson. Is it Sampson? No, it's not Sampson. Is that Lucas? He's dished it to Lucas. Lucas hits the shot. It goes in. 1-point game. 50 seconds to go. They've zoned and then they've come straight out into full court press. Green on the ball. into Eaton. Eaton on his own. Dishes it out to Stockton. Stockton hands ball in his hand. 16 seconds on the clock to go. Into Eaton. Eaton back to Stockton. 39 seconds to go. It's crucial here. Out to Dantely. Can Dantely get something going? Dantely puts it in. It's a bad pass. They've got the ball back with 34 seconds to go. They hit free throws. Hakeem's finally come back in. He must have been knackered. So they hit 1 of 2. We grab the rebound. 34 seconds to go. 27 seconds to go. We get it down. Into Dantely. Off to Bailey. Bailey's going with it. He's moved forward. He shoots. Bounces in. We're up by 2 with 24 seconds to go. Lucas on it. Dishes it over to, I'm guessing that's Hakeem. Hakeem's back in, but he's knackered. Hakeem. Short. Eaton steals it. Over to Dantely. Dantely with the free throws. He's got 1. He's got 2. We're up by 4 with 14 seconds to go. Come on. Just need to run the clock out here at this point. Into Hakeem. Hakeem needs to get the score. He's going to take it. He scores. Back out to us. Are they going to foul immediately on Hanson? No, they're going to let us run with it. Brings it up. 2 seconds to go. Is it over? Is it over? It's over. The game is over. We have won by 2 points at home. We are in the championship final in our first season. My goodness me. What a crazy game that was. Yeah, we scored 14 points in the first quarter. And then third quarter, we only scored 20. But we managed to limit them to just 16 points in the final quarter of the game. Wow. What a game. What a crazy game that was. So we're heading to the championship finals, guys. We've done it. We're into the finals. Malone and Stockton, our first year. We're heading to the NBA finals. Let's save this so we don't lose it. And we are going to be up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Probably the best team in the league at this point. The Charles Barkley 76ers, who've won 60 games in the regular season. We're going to have our hands full against them. Let's have a look at their roster. Let's do it on dashboard. That's probably easier. Yeah, look at that. They've got a big 3 of Charles Barkley, Moses Malone, who basically is putting up similar numbers to Hakeem on his own, and then Maurice Cheeks in at point guard. So it's going to be a tough challenge for us. Whether we can do it or not, I don't know. The supporting cast is fairly weak, probably weaker than Houston's, I would say. So that's where we can obviously try and gain an advantage there. In terms of their lineup, what are they lining up with at the minute? So they're lining up with Cheeks, Tyler. Oh, they've got an older Julius Erving, so he can still score, I guess. Charles Barkley, Malone, and then the bench. Basically, Moss is the main man off the bench for them. Not a great defensive player. And Kenny Green. Okay. So in terms of insights, they're probably one of the better scoring teams in the league, I'd guess. Yeah, so second best offensive team, 5th best defense. We're going to be struggling. Number 1 in steals. It's going to be a tough order for us. Whether we can do it or not, I don't know. We'll certainly see. I'm thinking perhaps we'll spend the last sort of couple of minutes of this episode just thinking about strategy and how we do this. So let's have a look. In terms of who we've got, so Cheeks against Stockton, that's going to be a challenge. I mean, they've got a good defender in Tyler at shooting guard. Irving is still a pretty solid defender as well. Okay, so we haven't got any real opportunity to put Dantely in at shooting guard. We're going to have Barkley probably against Malone, I guess. His drawing fouls is pretty insane. So Malone is probably going to foul out a lot. We're obviously going to want to stop Moses Malone, I guess, with Eaton. So I think it's probably going to go with a similar approach to what we did with the last one. So I think what worked pretty well is we changed it up in game 2 and we went passive. We basically stopped any sort of post threat which is where I think they're going to do it most against us. I'm guessing that's where their strategy is, because they've got the likes of Malone and the likes of Barkley in there. So I'm pretty happy with that. In terms of the depth chart, I think we're going to have to just roll with what we've got here, really. Thankfully, Malone is back and healthy, so we're going to have a fit Malone for this series. But I can't believe it, guys. I would never have thought when we made it into the playoffs and we went to a 7-game series against the Phoenix Suns that we would be sitting here right now and we would be in the finals in our first ever season. I just didn't think that would happen. We've had some crazy upsets. We beat some really good teams in the Warriors and the Rockets, and we're here. And we've got next challenge along. We've got the 76ers, who have only lost 1 game in the entire playoffs. Whether we can do it or not, we'll see. We'll certainly see next episode. I'm excited for it. Barkley against Malone. I mean, that's a great matchup to be up against. Yeah, we're gonna probably go with the same strategy for the first game. We'll see how it goes, and then I'm thinking, depending on that, we might have to make adjustments. But I can't believe it. We got through. We got through to the finals. Crazy adventure we're on so far. If we can win a championship in our very first season, we'll just be well above my expectations of where I thought we would be. And yeah, fantastic start. I hope you join me for the next episode, where we obviously go into the finals and we see whether we can upset this 60-team winning Philadelphia 76ers or not, or whether we get sent packing like the Jazz did in their 2 finals appearances in real life. It's going to be a cracker. I'm looking forward to it.